The views expressed are solely those of the speaker and not necessarily those of Paltalk.com, AVM Software, or its advertisers.
Wow, is my Paltalk acting up today? News Talk is online. News Talk Online is a production of Paltalk.com, the largest multimedia interactive program on the internet with more than 4 million unique users on demand on iTunes and on YouTube and on my blog, GaryBaumgarten.com, where you're encouraged to post your comments, whether you agree with yours truly or not. And thanks to our good friends at CRN Digital Talk Radio, we're syndicated to an additional 12 million households. I welcome you to the show. This one I've never seen before. My microphone is stuck on, right? Which is, I guess, better than being stuck off.
Actually, Gary, it's not really stuck on. When you stop talking, we don't see your mic, so you're just fine.
Well, it's stuck on voice activated. I can't turn it off.
Okay.
Right, but check this out. When I type in the room, it appears in the PM that I have open with you.
It sounds like a new feature in Paltalk. You know, it's fine.
Okay. Do we have our guest, by the way?
On the way.
Awesome. Okay. Are you able to give us an update on the fires while you're awaiting the arrival of the guest?
Well, I could start giving you an update. I'm waiting for the guest on the phone, and I can say very quickly that the relentless station fire was only 5% contained on Tuesday, and full containment wasn't expected for another 2 weeks, is not expected for another 2 weeks. So far, 53 homes have been destroyed, thousands more are threatened, and new rounds of evacuations have been ordered as these towering flames they crackle closer and closer to neighborhoods on the northern and southern flanks of the blaze. Firefighters were stationed at Tahunga neighborhood late Tuesday morning as flames were inching down towards some 300 homes. As so far, more than 190 square miles, that is 121,762 acres, has burned, mostly in the Angeles National Forest. We may have showers today, Gary, but that may not be good news, according to the National Weather Service, because by the time the rain reaches the ground, it probably will evaporate, and it could spawn 40-mile-per-hour winds, which is not good for the fires. The one factor that has helped firefighters this week has been the lack of wind to drive the flames. But as we speak, up to 12,000 homes are still threatened, and 2,000 residents have been chased from their homes. Fire spokesman Paul Lowenthal said Tuesday that the blaze won't be fully surrounded until mid-September. That's another 2 weeks. The swath of fire extends from the densely populated foothill communities of Altadena, La Canada, Flintridge, La Crescenta, Tahunga, and Sunland. By the way, Sunland is where
CRN Digital Talk Radio
Digital
is.
Talk Radio is
Have
located.
you talked to our friends there today?
I have talked to them today, and they say that the situation there is better than yesterday, although it's a lot of smoke in there. But the closure, they've opened up some of the main streets and routes in the area. So it seems that things are starting to get a little bit better, at least in that area. That's it for now.
I heard that there were 6 people who were trapped because they didn't obey the evacuation order, and they're too busy fighting the fires and setting up perimeters to go in. Basically, if you ignore the evacuation order, you're there on your own, and if you get trapped, oh well.
Well, what happened, Gary, is that these 6 people did not leave when the mandatory evacuation order came through. They wanted to stay with their houses. And when what happened was, the firefighters are lighting backfires in order to cut off the fuel from the advancing flames. And what they did was, when they lit these backfires, they essentially cut off these 6 people that did not leave when the mandatory evacuation order came through. And then they called and are screaming to the top of their lungs, "Help us! Help us! Get us out of here!" So it's kind of a a situation where they should have gotten out when they were told to get out. At this point, I believe they have taken them out of the area already.
Okay. Do you know anything about these fire tornadoes that they're talking about?
I have never seen a fire tornado, and I hope never to see one.
Apparently, if the weather conditions are just right, the fire will spin like a tornado and zip through the...
It's a combination of the wind and fire in a particular weather condition that would create such a tornado, which is bad because it's like a moving tower of fire that obviously adds to the spreading of the fire.
Yeah, I just cannot imagine. Hey, is our guest with us?
I believe so. Stand by.
Well, I'm going to proceed as if he were, and if not, you just jump in here and we'll talk about something else until he arrives. But the Tea Party Express, that's the bus tour that began in California. It's winding its way to a September 12th rally in Washington, D.C. I believe there will be a contingent from Paltalk there as well, who hopefully will be reporting to us from the location for this big rally in Washington. But it's going through a number of states, stopping in various locations to hold little mini rallies, basically, as I understand it, against initially the health care reform bill and against taxation and a bunch of other issues. We're going to get the lowdown on all of that in just a second from the vice chair of the Tea Party Express. But what they noticed as they went through Nevada is that a videographer who apparently is on the staff of Reid, the Senate Majority Leader, has been following them through Nevada and videotaping their rallies, which clearly he has the right to do. But I guess they find it a little ironic because the president is indicating that he and Reid have taken no notice of these this Tea Party Express or any of the other Tea Parties that have been taking place outside of the various health reform town hall meetings. Nevada, of course, is the state that Reid represents. Joining us to talk about this, the videographer following them around, and the whole reason why they're having this Tea Party Express is Mark Williams, Vice Chair of the Tea Party Express. Mark Williams, welcome to News Talk Online on Paltalk.com.
Well, thanks. Glad to be with you as we're just pulling out of our Albuquerque event here, where about 500 screaming New Mexicans